In a growing economy, such as Nigeria, economic opportunities always abound for artisans. The difference, however, between being gainfully engaged and being redundant is in the level of competencies and proficiencies of individuals. The reality on ground, however, is that there is a huge gap between the required level of skills and the actual capacities of the artisan in the construction sector. With so many half-baked artisans and quacks out there, it's little wonder many cases of failed constructions have become recurring decimals. Properties worth a huge fortune has been destroyed, often claiming several lives in the process. One of the biggest factors identified for the inadequacy of professionals in the construction sector is a lack of well-structured training and apprenticeship system that can sustainably produce the required workforce. The implication of this is a dearth of quality manpower in the sector. It also leads to a situation in which good old hands retire without suitably qualified replacement. It became imperative, therefore, to fix this problem by developing a sustainable system of training, assessment, and certification of artisans and craftsmen in the construction industry. Against this backdrop, the Lagos State Ministry of Works and Housing commenced the Skills Acquisition Training Program in collaboration for 6 specialized areas in the construction sector. Among other things, the Skills Acquisition Scheme was designed to achieve the following objectives: increase in skills development, increase in the number of skilled artisans, and to enhance government's drive to propel vocational training as a means of youth empowerment. In conjunction with its consultants, the Lagos State Ministry of Housing has been running this program since 2016 in collaboration with its consultants. 2 sets of graduates have been produced across the 5 technical schools in 6 different areas of construction-based specializations within the scope of the training scheme. Beyond augmenting the manpower deficit identified in the construction industry, training and preparing artisans for employment in construction companies, we also mitigate the nagging problem of poverty and unemployment. This scheme functions on a tripartite partnership arrangement between the Lagos State Government, Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board, LASVEB, which provided training centers, and the Nigeria Institute of Builders, NIOB, which supplied a crop of facilitators alongside those from LASVEB. This training scheme runs concurrently across 5 training colleges in Lagos. All 5 centers train enrollees of this scheme in the following construction work-based learning programs: masonry, electrical, furniture and carpentry, plumbing and pipeworks, welding, painting. Masonry covers block laying, bricklaying, concrete works, tiling, paving stones, and POP. This skills acquisition and apprenticeship program is already living up to its set objectives, changing the landscape of the construction industry, producing the crop of well-trained artisans, and also addressing the problem of unemployment. The Lagos State Honorable Commissioner for Housing explained the vision behind this scheme and why the state government is passionate about it.
My name is Belon Lawa, the Honorable Commissioner for Housing, Lagos State. On assumption of office and in one of my several stakeholders meetings that I had with major players in the industry, I conducted a survey on the number of or the percentage of Nigerians that are in the employment of our contractors. And I was shocked that more than 60% of the workforce are non-Nigerians. And I felt, why? What are the issues? I asked them, and they told me they are not too proud of some of our Nigerian workmen, artisans to be precise. And I went further to ask, okay, what's the way forward? We cannot be importing jobs. We all agreed that it's important to do the retooling of the workforce, of the existing workforce, by giving them 21st century skill sets. So that was what informed the establishment of the Master Craftsman project. This project is training already existing artisans in Lagos. We give ourselves a target that we will start with 4,000 artisans across the state, making use of our vocational schools. 2017, we started with 200 artisans. And on those trades, from masonry, painting, tiling, iron bending, woodwork, that is carpentry. And as of today, those that we have trained, they have been fully engaged because we have their database. If someone is looking for a carpenter, a plumber in Surulere, we already have artisans, master craftsmen that are resident in Surulere in our database. So the scheme is, the project is training of already existing artisans. 4,000 is the target. So far, currently we are about to graduate 350 artisans. And we believe that once we can get this done, they already trained artisans, the master craftsmen. They are further going to train their apprentices. As a matter of fact, Lagos State is currently working with private developers to produce 20,000 housing units under our Lagos Affordable Public Housing. The target is to deliver 20,000 housing units in 4 years, and we have started. Our contractors, our developers are on site, and 20,000 housing units, we will need workmen, we will need tilers, we will need plumbers, we will need carpentry. So there will be jobs for those that we have trained. So, to Lagosians, this is a good opportunity for those that really want to retool their skills, that wants to have 21st century skill sets.
My name is Emmanuel Lubiri. I'm Director, EcoStone Nigeria Limited. We were actually a home development company charged with the responsibility of rolling out affordable homes. We're currently partnering with the state government in producing 20,000 homes under the Lagos Affordable Public Housing Initiative. One key challenge we've experienced in the takeoff project is actually that of finding skilled workmen, artisans such as masons, electricians, plumbers, and the rest of them. And this has to do with the fact that in the last couple of years, vocational training has been a major challenge. A lot of vocational training institutions have closed down. So you find a situation where finding skilled craftsmen, we have to go across the border to employ people from the neighboring countries. But for how long do we have to continue to do this? So Lagos State government has come up with the initiative, Master Craftsman Program, which has been quite helpful in training skilled artisans and also to bridge the skill gap in the industry. Recently we requested from the Ministry of Housing to supply us skilled personnel because for every home that is built, you require direct workers that you require about 5, indirect 20. If you're building 2,000 homes, which we're currently building with Lagos State government, it means we need about 10,000 skilled workers. How do we get them in? So the Master Craftsman program is actually a laudable initiative of the government, which must be encouraged. And we're glad to partner with the state government in taking some of the trainees after their graduation to work with us.
The Executive Secretary of the Lagos State Vocational Education Board, LASVEB, explains the role of LASVEB in this Mastercraft program.
I'm Mrs. Omolara Irogogo, Executive Secretary, Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board. We have 5 colleges spread across Lagos State. The Ministry of Housing is partnering with us in the upskilling of the master craftsmen. About 350 of them have been trained in 3 of our colleges. The colleges are in Kotun, Ekpe, and Ikorodu. And the various trades in which the craftsmen were trained include painting, furniture and carpentry, electrical, bricklaying and tiling, plumbing and pipe fitting, welding and metal fabrication. According to our mandate, the craftsmen were trained in our colleges, and our own instructors facilitated in the program in our 3 colleges. And I believe after this program, the craftsmen, they are better equipped now, in proficiency, and they can be better patronized. They will even be used in some of our projects in Lagos State. Even in addition, Ministry of Housing provided the colleges with consumables, training materials, which were very good and handy for the colleges. E.g., they give us projectors, and then this can be used afterward in our colleges. This kind of upskilling should continue from time to time. Yes, the craftsmen are already skilled, but the essence is to expose them to modern techniques and modern ways of doing things, so that then they will be better than what they were before.
The first Vice President of National Institute of Builders, NIOB, throws more light on the gap between required skills of artisan and what is currently obtainable.
My name is Builder Kunle Awobodu, the first Vice President of the Nigerian Institute of Building and a council member of Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria, COBON. Well, when you ask yourself, does the rain fall? Does the sun shine? Is the grass green? Do we have gap? Obvious gaps in the technical know-how of our artisans in Nigeria. It is very palpable that we have a fundamental problem in the technical expertise of building artisans in Nigeria. And the Lagos State Ministry of Housing recognized this challenge, and it's a result of that decided to take a step to address this challenge in conjunction with the Nigerian Institute of Building. What we have recognized all over the years is that those who are sent to go into apprenticeship turn out to be the ones that were not academically brilliant in school. And therefore, our profession, building, becomes a harbor for people of limited intelligence. Therefore, it gives us a fundamental problem in how to properly train them. Their level of acquisition of knowledge is not as fast as expected. How we recognize this shortcoming? We decided to partition the trades and then bring these building artisans into various associations so that they will become traceable, and at the same time they can be trained under different sectors. And as a result of that, we will have many training centers where the skills of the artisans can be acquired, and at the same time there will be room for upskilling for those who are already on the job.
What exact role did the consultant play in this scheme?
My name is Ayomuritala MD Neuro, with the organization responsible for managing the Master Craftsman project, which is an initiative of Lagos State Government under the Ministry of Housing. The initiative came into existence in 2016, where the government saw it as important to actually increase the competency of the artisans working in the built environment, so as to reduce the incidence of building collapse, reduce the influx of foreign artisans into the country from Togo, from Benin Republic. Taking up this project has been so challenging and so rewarding as well. It's been a successful project. The plan is to train 4,000 artisans, and at this particular batch we train 350 artisans. Part of the things we're doing to also enhance and give comfort to the people of the state is also to create a database of the artisans that have been trained so far, which is already 550, where they will appear on a database. And if you need an artisan, you only need to go on a particular app that will be developed as well, where you can search for that artisan and you can invite them to work in your home. And in form of security is the customized ID card that we're also producing for the artisan, which will be a sense of security. The card is being developed by Zenith Bank, so it cannot be adulterated, it cannot be faked. And after artisans working with you, you can also rate the performance of the artisans at the end of the work and the job done. So this is a very good initiative by the government, and it helps to improve the informal sector and develop the built environment in Lagos State. And we hope that we continue to do this project and cover more than 4,000 artisans within the next 3 years. Thank you.
The participants have heartwarming testimonies to tell about how the training scheme has impacted their lives.
My name is Alhaji Ola Balogun, chairman of Nigerian Weather Association. I'm a welder by profession. Having come for the training, we really appreciate the governor and the Commissioner for Housing for giving us this opportunity for coming out for the training us. So the training is very commendable, and we appreciate the facilitator too.
Akin Cornelius is my name. I'm a plumber, and I've been into the trade for the past 10 years. Firstly, I appreciate the Lagos State government, our able governor, the honorable commissioner, the coordinators, and our facilitators. I appreciate them for what they have imparted in us. Because during this training, we have learned a lot, which before now, there are some things that we do in our own way. But after this program, during this program, we have gotten some experience that we have not gotten before that we can make use of.
Orúkọ mi ni Mr. Razak Adébánjọ. Èmi ni mo jẹ́ overall chairman àwọn carpenter ní Ìkòròdú division. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo ti kọ́ iṣẹ́ láti bí 20 years. Up to now, àdèdèpẹ́lẹ́ Ọlọ́run tí Ọlọ́run ní kí a fi ṣe nǹkan rere àdèpẹ́lẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Pàápàá jùlọ lórí program tí a wá ń sìn, ilé tí àwọn ìjọba wa tó gbé kalẹ̀, Master Craftsman látòrí oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ oríṣiríṣi. A dúpẹ́ pé àwa náà ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ sí àǹfààní tí a dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé máa ṣèso rere nínú ẹgbẹ́ wa.
My name is Odewumi Abel Ade, electrical. This program of Mastercraft of Lagos State for year 2019. Really, I'm into the electrical line business for the past 20 years. But when I joined this group that will come for the training, I see a lot
that we have been doing that is just like a mistake. What I'm trying to say about the mistake is that we are not conscious of it, which is safety. We are too much lacking safety. But when we go through the process of this program, I really see a lot that it's just only God that has been saving us.
My name is Karim Abayomi. I'm a block loader. I came into this trade 2010, which is basically about 9 years from now. And coming for this training, I think it has really helped me and my colleagues, because having come for the program, we realized there are things we have been mismanaged in our trade. We've not been taking cognizance of things like safety and every other thing. We look into other things. We have been doing it a way that which I believe is not too perfect. But coming for this program, we realize that there are ways of doing it, and our facilitators have really helped us to position things. We use some languages for the program. By coming for the program, we realize there are things that, like calling pillars, there are things we say pillars. Coming for the program, we were being taught that it's not pillars, they are pillars, and we have columns. Those ones inside the buildings, they are columns, they are not pillars. So we are being put on the right track.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Mr. Enimakure Ọlárẹ̀wájú Kamal. So iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi ni píńtà àti àdẹ̀túntà àwọn equipment iṣẹ́. Nípa ti training tí a wá fún ní inú ìwé, ó jẹ́ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó pọ̀ níbẹ̀ gan. Ẹ̀kọ́ tí a kọ́ ń bẹ̀ ó yẹ síbi pé gbogbo tí èèyàn náà mọ̀ nípa painting, nípa ti advanced way, modern way, so wọ́n fi àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn wọ́n fi kọ́ wa gan. So and the wish ti àwa náà ti appreciate it, because gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ ni ó mọ̀ tán. So ọba ibi tí èèyàn náà mọ̀ dé, so and advanced way táwọn náà tún mú wá in an education way, so and then tí àwa náà ta jàǹfààní ẹ̀, so ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àǹfààní tó pọ̀, so náà la rí níbi ìgbékalẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ yìí àti project.
The instructors are responsible for imparting knowledge to the students and overseeing their mastercraft program. What exactly do they think about the scheme?
Yeah, I'm by name builder Siraj Kolawole Bokini, a builder by profession. I belong to the Nigerian School of Building. The training was so much interactive despite the short timing of the program. We had all those areas I've said, the plumbers, the carpenters, the iron and steel fixing, and other groups that were involved, the masons and also the tilers. Along the line, we make it very much interactive. We make it result-oriented. And those team of people we have as work experience before from their trades. And that's why we call it master craftsman training. They are not just a novice in their job, they are not just an apprentice, they are somebody, they are people who have knowledge of their job. So we make it both classroom knowledge, at the same time workshop knowledge, at the same time site knowledge. They also bring problems they've had from their different sites, and we also tell them how to make that solution. We don't actually train them for Nigeria orientation alone. We train them that they can be able to do things in any part of the world if they have the opportunity to travel to those nations.
My name is Salisu Adewale, a construction carpentry trainer, and so far so good. The training organized by Lagos State government through Lagos State Ministry of Housing has played a tremendous achievement towards eradicating the needs of skilled craftsmen within the construction sector. And with this training, it's going to reduce the influence of foreign artisans and the craftsmen in Lagos State. And a part of the training as well on our training, that is a master craftsmen. Most of them, they don't work to details. But with this training, they have emulated working to details, and moreover, they have not registered with Corporate Affairs Commission. With this, when they register with the Corporate Affairs Commission, it's going to have another impact towards the state government as well, because paying of taxes by the artisans and craftsmen is going to increase the high gear of the Lagos State as well.
The National Institute of Builders, NIOB, also deployed assessors to evaluate the training program and check to see that it conforms to world best practice.
My name is Builder Mrs. Olayinka Mesimomo. I am representing Nigeria Institute of Building. I am a professional builder and an assessor for this center, Government Technical College, Otaono, Ikorodu. I'm here to assess the trainees for the Master Craftsman project for Lagos State Ministry of Housing. I assess them on competency, skills, and standard based on National Occupational Standard of Nigeria.
I believe in the next 5-10 years, what we have acquired here, as in the skills that we have acquired here, I believe in the next 5-10 years, the trade will be more efficient, and it will affect our business. It will take us to a higher level.
5 to 10 years to this time tó máa ti ṣòro fún wa adé tí wọ́n ń kọ́ nídìí gbogbo àwọn ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn ọmọ wa látẹ̀wá láti pé kí àwọn náà kọ́ lè tẹ̀síwájú nípa iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àìdá kápẹ́ńtà ni wẹ́dà ni iron bender ni baking mold ni or whatever iṣẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀bálàmù àfidúpẹ́ tó sì sọ fún wa.
Having participated in this project, I think in the next 5 years, if the government will have to continue, the impact of the training will have taken me far in my business, and I believe with my colleagues too, because of what we have learned here so far, putting it into practice. In fact, the Nigerian artisans will be on the list to watch in the next 5 years.
Ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé káwọn máa fi ọdún márùn-ún sísè tí wọ́n bá ń gbé ètò yìí kalẹ̀, because ó dàbí gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ ní àkọ́ irú àǹfààní tí àtúgbẹ́ ń sìn wọ́n tún kọ́ wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe ọ̀dà, which is tí most of people wọn ò mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Irú àǹfààní irú project sí program yìí, so mo láǹfààní láti gbé báyìí ṣe ọ̀dà. Irú tó bá pè yẹn sí àbí tọ́lọ́ bá kẹ́rọ̀ ní ọ̀la, ìwọ náà lè dá iléeṣẹ́ ọ̀dà sílẹ̀ tó máa jẹ́ àǹfààní fún yàn yàtọ̀ wípé wọ́n rìpọ́ọ̀tù àwọn ọ̀dà káàkiri àná.
Indeed, this vision has taken off to a brilliant start. So far, a total of 550 artisans have been trained through the scheme. There is, however, still a huge gap between the required number of well-trained artisans and what the scheme is currently able to produce. Private partnership will go a long way in making a huge difference, making it possible to recruit and train many more artisans. The future is brighter than ever. Better equipped professionals, a more beautiful housing landscape, and improved employment rates are benefits of this scheme that will keep it relevant for a very long time to come.